Soul Calibur.
6. It's so abrupt, it's just like 6. Still love it. I still love the announcer. He's great. I don't know who the voice actor is, but we'll figure it out. Libra of Soul. Continuing on my girl Lilith. And again, I'm starting late today, mostly because there was a party going on outside my room and I didn't want to leave to go get batteries, so I just sort of stayed here and watched some stuff and waited for them to leave. The Ultimate Seed. Ringouts disabled. Of course they were. Why wouldn't they be? Time they arrived at the astral fissure, it had been destroyed. What? Man standing there had been turned towards me with flourish, gave me a dramatic bow. It was Oswell. Health depletes over time. Defeat them. You know what? Why not? Salutations! It's been far too long. If you're after the astral fissure, I'm afraid you're too late. Bravo, how delightful. Just as I'd planned. No, it's even more sublime. Magnifico, fantastique. What a magnificent miscalculation. I just need a few more astral fissures, worth more power. My spine is tingling with excitement at the... Oswald stopped suddenly, and a shield appeared in front of him, deflecting a surprise attack from the newest intruder in this temple. I see your power has grown significantly. Oh me, oh my, what a silly fool. How dare you interrupt me mid-monologue? If I had if I hadn't obtained the power from this astral fissure, I would have failed to detect your presence, and the curtain would have fallen too soon on my glorious performance. The resonance between the fragments of the cursed and spirit swords grows stronger. However, it is not strong enough to produce a sword. Such perceptiveness. You have a dangerous mind. The spear Oswald produced from thin air would have skewered Zaslamel's bottle had he not evaded it. Very good. You're right, you know. Bingo. Good job. Once I raise the fragment's resonance to their limit, I will be able to create swords, both cursed and spirit, that match the power of the originals. And with those, you hope to produce another evil seed? Do you really wish to destroy the planet? Evil seed? How dare you use such egregious misnomer? I call it the ultimate seed. The evil seeds form because the cursed sword gouged itself on the violent emotions brought about by war and chaos. That is why it had such a terrible effect on the humans I love so dearly. However, it has also gave them phenomenal power. Phenomenal power. There we go. I am not very good at the English, you see. And that is where I had my epiphany. Perhaps people can be given this extraordinary power without losing their reason. By doing so, I can free them from the shackles of humanity's absurd destiny. The ultimate seed is formed when the energy created by the spirit and cursed swords are fused together. By pushing their power to the extreme, I can create something far exceeds the evil seed. Once the ultimate seed uncovers the globe, human race will evolve, allowing them to achieve eternal glory. Though it pains me that some will be unable to survive the seed's power, for it will be for the greater good. Did you hear that, Lilith? If he succeeds in creating the ultimate seed, many will die, including those whom you met on your journey. Stop him from taking more astral fissures. From what he has revealed today, I must busy myself with another task. Thanks, Zazalamel. Thanks for the help. Leaving so soon? But I was enjoying our little discussion. Aswell summoned another blade and hurled it at Zazalamel, who casually deflected it before striding away. Such a pity he has no time to play. Then again, I must be on my... Gwah! Vultro hurtled through the entrance, followed shortly after by Grow. Oswell. Lord Oswell, you're safe? Excellent timing, my little Valti. I have something to ask of you. Anything for you. If everything is going according to plan, Daniel and the others should have almost destroyed the temple's foundations by now. You keep these simple fools busy here. Naturally, I would love to do it myself, but I have things to do, places to be. But that means I'll... So you choose to rebel, even though I was benevolent enough to offer you one last chance? No, not at all. Please, ignore what I just said. You can trust me. Very well. In that case, I shall give you a gift of even greater power. Aswell placed his left hand on Vultro. The man shuddered violently, then let out a blood-curdling scream. Awoo! Oh. Eva power exploded from Vultro, whipping up a fierce wind. Adieu, my Velti, my little Valti. Though dull of mind, you acted so human, and I shall miss that. Lord Oswell. There we go. A lot of dialogue. I get it. We're trying to project him as the evil guy. I get it. It's fine. The overtones were fairly obvious at this point. We didn't really need more to go off of. Oh. Thanks, game. Jesus. All right. All right. All right. Right, no ring outs. I keep forgetting that. I dropped my guard at the exact second he did it. Yep.
The soul of a warrior now lays here.
It was my fault, but again, it's like AI's reading my inputs. And I can tell because the very second I let go of my guard to do an attack, it fucked me over. It happens every time I do one of these things.
Battle 1. Fight.
This one.
course.
Battle 2. Fight!
I hate that he's using a moveset that I like.
You've got nerve. Prepare to die.
Okay, good.
Boom. Each deal.
Grass. Oswald escaped. We shall meet again. The building shook violently, and with a rumble, the roof began to cave in. That's our cue to leave. No! Gasping, Vulture rose to his feet and pointed his weapon at us. You shall not leave. Your grave is here with me. Vulture charged, but Gross struck him down. His wound should have been mortal, but he rose to his feet, pointed his weapon at us once more. Not done yet. Must make my lord proud. Vulture took a shaky step towards us and collapsed in a heap. Gro looked down at the fallen warrior for a moment, then turned away. It is done. He's too weak to stop us. No, I must stop you. I must... Ah! Vulture's screams were swallowed up by the crashing of falling masonry. Gro and I made our escape, dodging through between chunks of falling debris. Chapter 4? Please tell me I get to choose a path. Please tell me I break off from Gro's group. Once we had escaped the crumbling temple, we met back up with Dion and Natalie. According to Lilith, the situation is much worse than we had imagined. The horrors of the evil seed will pale in comparison to what Oswald plans to bring about with the ultimate seed. With only a fraction more power at his disposal, Oswald will be able to summon the swords, and he needs to realize his ambitions. We must prevent him from obtaining any more power from the astral fissures. So we need to take care of any fissures before he does. Precisely. Do you have any information on them? Yes, sir. We have confirmed there are 2 of them nearby. One is to the northwest, the other is to the west. We're not sure which Oswald will head to first. As we're discussing what to do next, a messenger from the awful organization appears. I found you. I have emergency orders I was told to handle Sir Gro directly. Forgive me, I have other things to attend to. Our lives are for the cause. Gro read through the latest set of orders. Dion and Natalie, you two will split up and head to a different astral fissure. Lilith will accompany one of you to close the fissure. Meanwhile, the other one will rendezvous with the 2nd Squadron and protect the remaining fissure until Lilith arrives to deal with it. Sir! I have another mission I need to prioritize. When this is done, I shall join you. Understood. And with that, Gro left. We watched him go, and then began formulating our plan of action. So which astral fissures should be dealt with first? You're the one who can destroy them, so we'll follow your lead. It is rumored the Azure Knight haunts the lands to the northwest, slaughtering all he meets. To the west, the road is comparatively safe. I feel like we should take care of the Azure Knight. I don't like safe. Vision northwest is closer, may be dangerous, but it's worth the risk. That's your call. If you head to the north, I shall accompany you. To the west, Natalie will. That's an evil route? Fuck. Alright. Again, I'm going all good here. Might as well. Fine. I don't like that. I don't like that that's a polarizing event there. Oh, wow. Maxi, Zhanghua, and Keelik. Fuck. While searching for the next astral fissure, I bumped into a familiar face. It was a perfect opportunity to catch up. Along the way, we decided to stop at a village to replenish our supplies and gather information. I shall find out what I can while you procure provisions for the road. When you are done, meet me at the tavern. I quickly restocked my provisions and headed to the boisterous tavern. Hi there. Not the best time to come by, I'm afraid. There's a bit of a man soared through the air, cutting our conversation short. He slammed to the floor by the entrance and lay still. Fight. See what I mean? If you're gonna pick a fight with me, make sure you stand a chance first. From the back of the tavern appeared none other than Maxi. Huh? Hey, Lilith! It looked like Maxi was the cause of commotion. I greeted him and asked what had happened. Yeah, some people have bad manners, you know? Just kind of laid down the law a little. Apparently, some hoodlum had been causing trouble for one of the barmaids. Is that you, Lilith? Who should appear next but Keelik, followed by a sprightly young girl. Never in 100 years did I expect to see you here. You know Lilith, Keelik? Huh? You know Lilith too, Maxi? Great, both of you know her. So which one of you is going to introduce us? It was a strange turn of events. Still, I thought best to leave before we caused any more trouble. Judging by the twitchy smiles on the faces of the staff, it was a good idea. So you're the friend Maxi was telling me about. Man, it's been too long. Must have run into Keelik after we went our separate ways. Yes, we met before I started my journey. Once we had celebrated our reunion, I asked them why they were here, and their smiles quickly faded. We're all heading west for different reasons, isn't that right, Maxi? Yeah, I'm gonna get revenge for my crew. They were my family. Oh no. Astaroth killed him, didn't he? The word revenge made my stomach lurch. What had happened to Kiam and the others? Maxi continued on with a troubled expression. Everyone was killed by that bastard Astaroth. His words shocked me to the core. All of them? Gone? The ones I beat so soundly on that dock long ago? Ah, don't you worry about it. I'm gonna get revenge, even if I have to die to do it. Maxi's expression was dark and filled with rage, but I had no words to ease his pain. Anyway, enough killing the mood. He clapped his hands, breaking the tension that had fallen over us. We should be celebrating our reunion. Got any good ideas for a party, Keelik? Me? How about we have a tournament to make sure we've not gone rusty? It would cheer us up and be great training, too. Jeez, again with the training. Well, what do you think, Lilith? I want to join in, too. Spectating's boring. Of course you do, Zhanghua. It's not like you have to fight anybody else. Like, why can't they pair up with each other and just do it that way? I can fight one, but not three. Holy shit. Especially if they're going to fight on their actual, like, AI level. Because, oh my god.
Save your breath!
He didn't make it. And he's going to stand back up like, wow, you really pack a punch. Had I been weaker, I would have died. Just something really dumb. I'm sorry, Zhanghua. Alright, Keelik, let's go. Let's go, boy. Does he get their super? No. He gets his own. I have to remember the buttons because I'm... Ooh, what? Okay. I'm dead.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
It's not a fair matchup game, and you know it. Especially if they're all going to do these crushing counters. Because I keep trying to pierce through them. The problem is the attack string like delays it just long enough to where they get it back on the rebound. Okay. Okay, Maxie. Going worse than the first one. Alright, we're going for running kicks. I'm probably going to get slashed the damn chest. Let's go. I'm not kidding. Gotcha. All right, let's see if I can get a jumping vertical. I was going for 2, but that was greed. Nope, you're done. Bye. You don't stop improving, do you, Lilith? You trying to conquer the world? As we all talked and laughed, Natalie appeared from town, frowning deeply. The people at the tavern directed me here. Did you forget about our meeting? What on earth have you been doing? Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. Take care, Lilith. I hope our paths cross again. It was great meeting you, and better fighting you. See you. We said our farewells, and still fuming, Natalie dragged me out of town.
Your soul surges in your body.
I mean, I hope it's in my body. If it's surging somewhere else, we've got real problems. Are you kidding? Did he get lost? What is this? I'm not happy about his weapon. Finally, we're passing the town of Batumi when out of nowhere a familiar voice calls out to me. Mitsurugi. It seemed a lot had happened to him back in his native Japan. I can't believe he made it back. Hey, you over there. Could you spare some food? I cannot pay you, but instead I can guard you on your way to... Why, if it isn't Lilith. If memory serves, you were searching for a fishy? I see you're still looking. But before we get lost in the past, how about sending some food my way? So you've journeyed with this man before? I nodded to Natalie, then handed some food to Mitsurugi. Natalie watched, carefully assessing the situation. Much appreciated. If only there was a big war, I'd eat well. But the world's at peace, and I go hungry. Ha ha ha. I asked Mitsurugi what he'd been up to since we last met. I returned to my homeland to settle the score with the Tanegashima. Unfortunately, I could not win. Though I loathe to admit it, I'm still too weak. So I started over from square one and have been training non-stop since. And I heard rumors of Soul Edge being revived, so now I travel in search of its owner, this Knight of Mare. As promised, I shall be your guard for a while in return for your kindness. You know, I'd also like to cross blade with one of those berserks they were called. An extra pair of hands and familiar face, your offer has merit. However, I need to know for certain what you're a capable fighter. Very well, words alone cannot prove ability. Hey Lilith, I'm excited to see how far you've come. I'll challenge you to a duel. And then I cut off his head. Well, he was fine, but I got a little overzealous, you see, and he died. Again, Mitsurugi's kind of an idiot. He always has been. People like him, and I don't. I'm like, I don't like Mitsurugi.
Battle 1. Fight! Cut!
Alright, let's get through this battle first. I win. Oh no. Good. Stop that in its tracks. Phew, that was a good workout. I think I'm hungry again. So, did I pass your test? You're indeed highly skilled. I formally request your support. That's the spirit. Natalie's heart was troubled as she reflected on everything that had happened since she began her pursuit of Oswald. It has been a number of days since we parted ways with Grow. Dion sent word that his mission is proceeding smoothly. I still have no idea where Oswald and his rabid dogs are located. You should plan to encounter them at the Astral Fissure and wipe them out there. I am concerned about Grow. Where could he have gone? I'm without proof, but he must be hiding something. There's something suspicious about Curtis's death. The report he said he caught aware by Aswell, but something does not ring quite true. But I do know that had Grow not involved him in the mission, Curtis would still be alive. He needs to be watched closely. And what about Lilith? Just what is she? While the organization has not classified her as an outsider, she most assuredly is not a normal human. However, I should refrain from making any judgments for the time being. I don't know why you would think I'm not human. Do my wings not suggest human to you? How dare you? With Mitsurugi for company, we pressed on. Suddenly, a strange yet familiar aura filled the air. It felt like a berserker stepping forth from an astral fissure. Okay. Something in the air sends a tingle down my spine. No, it could be another astral fissure spawn. I shall investigate the area. You two stay put. I know this feeling. More berserkers, I wager. Forget Natalie. I will not let a good fight pass me by. Let's go, Lilith. Ignoring Natalie's orders, Mitsurugi sprinted off. Left with little choice, I quickly followed. Oh, nice. I actually get a cutscene. Geralt.
That how you greet folk in this world? He blocked that. Come take me on. Crap like this. Exactly why I hate portals. Come on! What the?
The Witcher's holding his own.
This is strange sorcery. He's not bad with a sword. But I'm not the one he seems interested in. Mystery opponent. Who are you? Sure as hell don't look like you ride with the hunt. Yet your power's clearly not human either. That's disappointing. Sooner or later, I will face you in battle. Just you wait. Fine. For now, let's see what you're made of.
Fight because reasons.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
Come at me, Geralt. About to say, that should reach.
As if.
What?
Stand up. Now taste my steel. Not your lucky day.
Prepare to die.
This should do it. There we go. Oh no. Air confirms.
Now taste my steel. Not your lucky day.
Watch. This one. This one's hurt. Prepare to die.
Whoa, really? That didn't kill. Alright. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Alright, Geralt. Alright, boy. I see your plan. How about you take a seat?
You've got nerve. Watch. Prepare to die.
Grab him! Oh! He did give me that. He did give me good that run round. He got me with a counter.
Your soul surges in your body.
The Witcher. With the fight over, I thrust my hands into the astral fissure to claim his power. Hey, what the hell's going on here? I will not allow you to interfere. This needs to happen. She destroyed the gate? Can't say I expected that. By the side, the strange man turned and began walking away. Where are you going? We have unfinished business. Easy now. Got things to attend to, as I'm sure you must too. If my previous actions offended you, I fully apologize. I am Mitsurugi Hashiro. And you are? Heishiro, or Heishiro. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. What the? Man made a sudden sharp gesture towards Mitsurugi. His figure traced a symbol in the air. Instantly, the samurai's movements became sluggish. What the devilry is this? Relax, you'll be fine. Just walk it off. Geralt turned and walked away, leaving Mitsurugi bound by the strange power. Hey, you think you can stop me? With a burst of strength, Tsurugi broke through the invisible bonds holding him. Okay then. Gerald, was it? I would be most interested in a real duel with him. Why is he an idiot? Perhaps he has not gone too far. I would like to catch up if I could catch up if I make haste. My apologies, Lilith, but this is where our paths diverge. Take care and keep your wits about you. So much for my bodyguard. Mitsurugi hurried off after Geralt, just as Natalie returned. I believe I told you to wait. What happened to the astral fissure and the samurai? I quickly explained what had happened. If the astral fissure's been dealt with, then we should get moving. Forget the samurai. He can do as he wishes.
Your soul surges in your body.
Why'd I get experience from that? Oh wow, right into the next one. Imprisoned memories. Oh good. They get to do more damage and I don't. Thanks, game. Finally, the astral fissure. No one else appeared to be around, so there was nothing else for me to do but absorb its power. But then a berserker suddenly appeared. Natalie began acting strangely. The information was correct. Approach the target. When we neared the astral fissure, a berserker had appeared. What the? Natalie's eyes widened. Silently, she backed away, shaking her head as if in disbelief. Curtis, why? How? Natalie seemed shaken. Looking closer, I noticed the berserker was wearing an oval uniform. I must stop Oswell. Sir Curtis, it is I, Natalie. Oswell betrayed us. We know that. Sir Curtis. The grief in Natalie's voice did nothing to stir the berserker's emotions. In a trance, she began to wander towards him. I stopped her and readied my weapon. What was I thinking? He's a berserker and must be defeated. Grah! Watch him have a giant axe and not be able to combo anyway. And it's like, yeah, combos do more damage. Okay. Sure. Again, certain weapon types have different movesets, and different movesets are fine. But not everything has a combo string. Oh god, he's got the twin blades just like Gro. Oh no. Well, it won't win him the round, but it's hilarious nonetheless.
Battle 2. Fight.
You've got nerve. Prepare to die.
Grab him!
Fall. Eat deal.
Forgive me, Gro. I failed you. I should have never accompanied you. A berserker disappeared, leaving behind a heavy silence. You never stopped caring about Gro. Was it not he who caused your death? Natalie slumped down where the berserkers had disappeared, her expression unreadable. I am Fine. Natalie stood and turned to me. We need to meet up with Dion and destroy the other astral fissure.
Your soul surges in your body.
The Taming of the Shrew, the Mysterious Swordsman. Came across a swordsman engaged in battle with a band of thieves in a grassy plain. In an attempt to even the balance, I raided my weapon and moved in. I could hear the sounds of swords clashing in the distance, letting the sound guide me. I eventually came across a lone swordsman fighting what appeared to be a group of brutish bandits. The swordsman was easily holding his own, despite the outnumbered 10 to 1. He was obviously a considerably skilled fighter. I'll only say this one more time. Tell me where your hideout is. Pretty confident for someone who's going this many of us. Fine. We'll tell you, but you have to beat us all first. Bandits were wasting no time surrounding the swordsman. He may be strong, but the odds are stacked against him. I decided to lend a helping hand and at least draw away those at his back. So I beat them with my stick. That's one. Horizontal attacks, I can do.
You've got nerve.
Not bad. If things were different, I'd love to go toe-to-toe with you and see what you've really got. Swordsman, having already defeated his enemies, was now looking at me. I asked him if I had stuck my nose where it didn't belong by helping him. No, I appreciate your help. I'm in a hurry. Didn't want to waste time dealing with all of them. Thank you. After extending his thanks, he introduced himself as Huang Zhong. Wang Zhong. I nodded and told him my name. Lilith, huh? You seem pretty strong. I've got a favor to ask you. Huang explained to me that he was escorting his master's daughter back to his home hometown when they got separated. He stated that she was most likely taken by bandits, is probably being held against her will at their hideout. I lost my family, so my master's been like a father to me. Which means his daughter is kind of like my little sister. If anything happens to her, I'll never be able to skip myself. Wang looked down at the bandits at his feet. According to what I was able to squeeze out of these guys, there are a lot more of them waiting at their hideout. I don't plan on throwing the towel anytime soon, but I might be biting off more than I can chew if I go there alone. Can I count on you to help me out? Now I told him if we hurry, we can save his master's daughter. Although he seemed surprised by my response, he thanked me once again. Thanks. I'm glad you feel that way. The bandits' base of operations is supposedly in the mountains. Let's wait until night before sneaking in. Interesting. Wang and I made our way to the thieves' hideout, expecting to be greeted by a host of bandits. Instead, we were greeted by the sound of silence. Both you and your opponent have a high likelihood of crushing each other's guard. We eventually found the bandits' hideout, and this is in the deep forest of the mountains. Split up and attack them from both sides. They'll slip into their camp and hit them from the back. Handle yourself pretty well, but there are a lot of them. Be careful. I made my way through the dark forest after Wang left. Just when I thought I'd about reached the hideout, it dawned on me that I hadn't encountered any guards or lookouts. Something was wrong. That's when I sensed someone behind me. I spun around just in time to see a figure striking at me. Yeah! You parried my attack. You must be the leader of the bandits then. You're too late. I already took care of all your lackeys. Woman, ready your weapon. We've already met, woman. You're the only one left. Prepare to face justice. We've already met. Come on, Song Mina. You already know. You already know. You know who I am. Oh, Lilith, is that you? Sorry, I couldn't see you in the darkness. That's the whole story. That's going to be the whole damn story.
Battle 1. Fight!
You're the head of the band of thieves! Crushed! Watch!
Ow. Oh boy.
Battle 2. Fight!
You so used to a petty thief! Prepare to die! Prepare to die!
Please land. There we go. We're supposed to rescue her, not kick her ass. Oh. Not bad. There's no way I'm letting an evildoer like you get away with this. Fight me one more. Stop, Mina. She's not one of the bandits. Wang appeared from the direction of the hideout and stopped the woman. Huh? Wang? What are you doing here? Came here looking for you. It's great you got rid of the bandits, but couldn't you have at least told me you were coming here before you left? Got really worked up and just kind of ran off? Mina, we can't protect our country if it's just you making all the moves, right? I'm sorry. She's not. When I asked Huang about the leader of the bandits, he replied that he had taken care of him. I asked this person to lend me a hand in dealing with bandits. Oh, okay. I'm sorry I mistook you for one of them and attacked. You know who I am! I heard on you. Wait a second, Lilith, is that you? There we go. Well, it's been a while. Couldn't see your face before, so I had no idea. How have you been? I called it. Fucking called it. Stupid. We celebrated our union with a quick, pleasant chat. Wang looked relieved to see Song Mina happy. So he attacked someone you knew without realizing who it was. What would you have done if you actually hurt her? I asked Mina if she had found a soul edge. She shook her head. No, I haven't found it, but that's okay. A lot happened after I met you. Realized I don't need that sword to protect my country. Because we are going to protect it. Mina's eyes were filled with determination. She seemed far more mature than she had when we last met. Thanks again for your help earlier, Lilith. We're going to head back home now. But if you happen to be in the neck of our woods, stop by Song Dojang. A warrior like you is always welcome there. I'll keep training so I'm able to beat you when I show up.
Your soul surges in your body.
Korea, of course. Look at all these qualifiers. By the time I reached the place Dion and I had agreed to meet, it turned into a battlefield. Oswald and the qualifiers have been one step ahead of us. At the rendezvous point, a clamorous battle was taking place between the qualifiers and the Oval organization. My eyes fell upon an injured Dion. At last, you made it! It was Oswald. We tried to slow him down, but he broke through our lines. You go on ahead, Lilith. We'll deal with the threat here. I left Dion and Natalie ahead toward the Astral Fissure, but soon found my path blocked by qualifier warriors. Okay. Not good start. Not a great start. No. I wasted too much time. Frustrated, I hurried out of the forest, only to find Oswald and no astral fissure in sight. Didn't make it easy for me, but still, you have failed spectacularly. I have claimed the astral fissure for myself. Oh, sorry. Where's my darling Grow? I simply love to watch him squirm and suffer on that razor-thin line between reason and malice. Allow me to share something wonderful with you. I'm nearly there, you know. Just a little more, one measly astral fissure, and I shall be able to summon the swords and achieve ultimate power. Well, how does it feel to be on the brink of defeat? You must feel so delightfully desperate, no? I wish I could stay and observe, but alas, I am far too busy. Merci à toi. Merci et au revoir. Oswald sauntered away. I wanted to pursue him, but there were too many qualifiers. There we go. With little other choice than to leave, I turned and headed to meet Dion and Natalie. Am I near Italy yet? I'm still in Chapter 3. That's baffling to me. We received new information from Othel. An astral fissure had appeared in Greece, and Oswald was heading its way. On our way to Greece, we met back up with Grow. He had completed his mission. Sir, you are okay. I've read your reports. You have done well. Thank you. So Oswald has grown in strength yet again. He himself said he acquired the power of one more astral fissure to achieve his goal. We must defeat him in Greece. Let us make haste. Sir! Not really a big fan of the Grow group just in general, but I get it. Dion and Natalie left their seats. As I followed them out of the room, I overheard Grow muttering to himself. You would not approve, Curtis. When I turned to face Grow, he was looking at his left hand, his expression resolute. In the shadow of the temple where the astral fissure was said to have appeared, we rested one last time before our decisive battle with Oswald. Unable to sleep, I was sitting in front of the campfire when Natalie approached. Struggling to sleep, I see. It is fortunate, as I have something to say to you. I have watched you throughout your journey together. I have often questioned whether I could trust you. You are an odd sort. Though strong, you neither boast nor use your power recklessly. What's going through your mind is anyone's guess, but I do not believe you to be wicked. I will trust you, for now. But do not take this to mean my guard is down. Cross this and you will die. I think what Natalie's trying to say is we're counting on your help tomorrow. Dion stood on the other side of the campfire, hadn't noticed him approach. Natalie glared at him in silence. Do not give me that look, Natalie. And Lilith, I want you to know that I am with her on this. Let's work together to stop Oswald. I have a message for Sir Grow, too. He says he wishes to speak with you. When I arrived at the meeting place, Grow was waiting for me. Hello. Tomorrow we face Oswald for the last time. I wanted to say something before we venture into battle. In order to defeat him, I shall need to push this wretched power inside me beyond its limits. Grow uncovered his left eye, revealing a gruesome scar. Look at that horrific scar! You can barely see it. Even so, there's no guarantee I can emerge victorious. His power has grown immensely. Furthermore, I know that my mind cannot survive if I harness my complete power. I never expected an easy death, but recently I've often thought of home. For a brief moment, Grow's expression softened. He got a distant look in his eye. His face revealed warmth and kindness I've never seen in a hardened warrior. A moment later it was gone, replaced by his usual severe expression. I must risk everything for you to defeat Oswald. Even if I am victorious, I will likely lose control of myself. Should that happen, kill me. You have the power to do so. Bro appeared resolute. With a small nod, I vowed to do as he asked. To think I would be asking this of another for a second time. Never mind. The hour grows late. Let us rest. Humanity. Just Daniel. Danger awaited me along the road to the temple. However, my journey was not over yet. Oswald and his allies had to be taken care of, and quickly. Your opponent's counter kits do more damage. The road to the temple was swarming with ascended warriors. They got here before us, but I can still sense the astral fissure. There's still time. Leave this battle to us, sir. Take Lilith and find the astral fissure. I nodded to Dion and Natalie, and Gro and I sprinted towards the temple. But we found our path blocked by Daniel, our goal just out of reach behind him. None shall interfere with Lord Oswald. On my life, I swear I will defeat you by my hand. Again, why he would even care when he's only focused on beauty, among other things, is a weird, weird sentiment.
Battle 1. Fight!
Grab him!
Battle 2. Fight!
Ow. And I missed. Yeah, you got me. That was a good hit.
Final battle. Fight!
No. Damn. Please hit. Damn. No, damn. That hit confirm on the drop is the worst. Ooh, I wasn't sure I was gonna get that. Oswald, you have neglected to must have neglected to give you power. I don't need that hideous power. I want to remain beautiful, a human, loved by Lord Oswald until the end. Daniel's weapon dropped from lifeless fingers as it collapsed to the ground. Oh, he just died. Okay. Traitor's been eliminated. We must hurry. Sure, I killed him, I guess. It's like, no, he's dead now. Okay. Death or glory. Crow and I climbed the temple steps as fast as our legs would carry us. The final battle lay ahead.
You are too late.
It cannot be.
The show is over. The curtain has fallen. Actually, no. It has just risen. Now begins the main act, to free humanity from fate's shackles!
Soul Edge and Soul Calibur.
The first key is complete. Now I need only claim the other one. But before I do, I think you've worn out your welcome here, Grow.
You hold him off for a while. When I have dealt with these, I shall move in to offer support. Let us go!
Uh-huh. What weapons he's going to use exactly? Because I don't think I fought him once. Or maybe I did and I forgot. I don't remember what weapon he uses, but this won't be good. Oh, he's level 50.
Join me. Do you really believe you can win?
Win or lose, I don't care. I'm here because I despise you. That's it! The rest is in your hands.
Look at that horrific scar. Oh, how terrible.
Have you abandoned all reason?
That's one way to go.
Your soul surges in your body.
Entrusted with a mission. We searched for Grow and Oswald at the bottom of the ravine for hours upon hours, but found no sign of either of them. Sir Grow. I knew he was concealing something, but that? What other conclusion could there be? He is an outsider. But he despised outsiders. There has to be more to it than meets the eye. Perhaps, still, remember our purpose, Dion. If he is indeed an outsider, I will not hesitate to strike him down. Must report in and request orders on how to proceed. Fortunately, one of our agents operates out of a nearby town. We head there immediately. You again? It's been a while, hasn't it? Cheerful voice belongs to the Korean peddler who told me about the Song Dojang. Are you here to see the temple or test your skills? If so, I'd watch yourself. Those warriors are no pushovers. Apparently, the peddler had developed a keen interest in spectating martial arts tournaments and had traveled all the way to Europe to pursuit of his hobby. The Janissaries are considered the best of the Ottoman Empire's military might, and their number. They say the Spartans are the cream of the crop. They are originally captives of war, but here's the shocker. Recently, they've gathered much influence as any noble house. People say they owe a lot of their influence to the incredible military achievements of the Spartans. I can see what you're thinking. You're eager to go on a round or two with them, right? Go on, have some fun. Peddler grinned. Well, I couldn't deny that I was interested. If you're going to go up against them, make sure you give them all the juicy details next time we meet. Take care now. With that, the peddler scurried off. Oh God. Alright. Ruins were a common sight in the ancient city of Athens. However, the remains of a large, imposing shrine caught my attention. Your opponent is invincible. Knock them out of the ring to win. I can do this. And the ancient temples and shrine are dotted with rocky ancient Greece. The shrine of Eurydice. I can say that. The shrine of Eurydice, said to have been the place built by the old gods themselves, was one of these. Once the shrine itself was beyond reach, I visited one of the ruined buildings they made up the greater temple complex. Awed by the magnified beauty of the shrine atop the distant peak high above me, I offered up a solemn prayer. Strangely, I was beset by a sudden bout of dizziness. You have a most remarkable soul. I felt a voice reverberating in my mind. I glanced around nervously. Interesting, so you can hear my voice. I am Hephaestus, god of the forge. Your soul, it is like melted iron that is yet to be given shape. Whether it is molded into darkness or light still remains to be seen. Hear me, Lilith. I have prepared a trial for you. Show me the true nature of your soul. With the last of Hephaestus's words, or Hephaestus as they want to call it, Hephaestus's words ring in my ears. Great lights enveloped the statues of warriors around me. They groaned, stirred, and stepped forward, pointing their weapons at me. And I've got to knock them off the ring in order to win. Hopefully that means they're going to be slow and not dodge me and not counter me and all that sort of stuff. Because if they do, I'm going to be SOL. Or statue out of love. 128 followers, and I can't even get 3.
Battle 1. Fight!
This is going to be a tough one. It's not a perfect game. You know that.
Battle 2. Fight! Final battle. Fight!
How did all of that miss? All right, come on. Let me stand up. Let me stand up. And of course he hits me. Ah!
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
It couldn't be simple, could it? Had to be the one that dodges around and does all this shit and is invincible. Couldn't be simple. Had to be fucking this one.
Battle 1. Fight!
At least give him no guard or something. Because right now I've got nothing to stop him from guarding everything. And I get the ring out. Of course. Because my guard was just dropped for whatever reason. Ugh. Okay. Alright, game. Alright. Enough. Alright, game. Alright, game. Like, I get caught in an infinite loop of juggle.
Now lays here
It's
to
like,
rest.
did you get knocked up in the air? Alright, have 3 more hits in your fucking rectum. Jesus.
Battle 1. Fight!
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not even getting the right move out. That's the dumb part. Damn it. Damn it. You son of a bitch. Stop. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop it. Stop.
Battle 2. Fight!
You've got nerve.
Of course, you managed to block that too. Bye-bye! Get out of here.
Final battle. Fight.
Is that your final answer? Again, I'll let you take that guess. I'm just gonna say.
You've got
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Fucking goddamn invincible statue.
Battle 1. Fight.
Just because I use the pole fighter as this character doesn't mean it's my main. I have many people I can play as. Like, this is definitely one of them for sure, but... this statue is a fuck. Game, if you're gonna give me an impossible task, could you at least make it reasonable? Could you not have the motherfucker dodge around? There we go.
Final battle. Fight.
You've got
No, 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 no. Damn it, I'm mid-attack stream, son of a bitch.
prepare to die. Fall. You've got nerve.
Yep.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
And again, the fucking Colossus is right there on the edge, and I can't get the hit off to save my life. I can do the unblockable, but it takes forever to fucking charge up.
Battle 1. Fight.
How are you guarding that? How? Damn it, I need you over there. Nope.
Battle 2. Fight.
There's an easy way to do this mission. I don't want to have to do it. I don't want to have to switch styles to do it. Why? Why do you even let me do this mission? What is this thing? No, of course, your attack goes through. I try to do the same shit. Mine gets just negated completely. Fucking this game right now, this mission. I can get the ring out. I can get it. It's just, but you're dodging left and right like that. How the fuck do you expect me to do it? Like that right there. Why do you have an advancing guard? How do I get around that? How do I get around this? Nope. You're not getting that one. Goodbye. There we go. Fuck.
Battle 2. Fight.
And back off. No, game. No. Stop. Oof. 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 I don't even want to read this. Proving your purity, Heart Warrior, grant you this boon. Take divine upon shrine. Belongs to you now. Crafted by Master Blacksmith, devout in his worship, blessed by my hand. Of course, favors wields it. Measurable power. Of course, some could not. Asked that I earned the god's favor. The god silent for a few moments before responding. You hold great potential within you. The power you will be needed someday. I will watch over you until that fateful day comes. Clay, I don't know, man. Oof. With that, the voice faded. Hephaestus demanded, took up the blessed artifact, and left the shrine behind. Fuck you. Omega Sword, Elkin Shield, level 50. Only 13 more levels to go before I can put it on. I think this is where I need to be. Actually, there's a lot going on up here, too. Let's do that one first. Request sparring matches accepted surprisingly easily at the shrine. Pleased though I was, it would not be easy to fight. Ugh, alright. Are you one who wishes to test their mettle against us? A large soldier wearing an ornate helmet approached. When I showed him the pass I'd bought from the temple, he shook his head. I don't care about that, let's fight. Try not to die. Okay, sure. As long as you're not a Colossus and I can beat your butt. Damn things are nuts. I remember that being a challenge tower thing too. Like you have to beat the Colossus by knocking him off the edge. I remember that specifically. And it was always in the last part of the string where you really didn't have much of a chance unless you just had something guaranteed to do it. And only certain characters could do it.
One. Fight. Battle 2. Fight.
Ow. Bye-bye. If I could get the hit confirmed. A double combo string I couldn't block out. I couldn't block against it at all. Just, nope. Just give it to him. Just give it to him for free. Well, you sure showed me. Ha ha ha, I surrender. You've got skill indeed. Fuck off, dude. I'm so sick of you shits already. Man threw down his weapon and laughed heartily. I'm nothing compared to our leader, though. If you're feeling up to it, I can have a word with him for you. How about it? Leader was really strong at that. I'd love to challenge him to a fight. The captain. Oh, captain, my captain. When I returned to the shrine, I was met by a Spartan captain. Despite his friendly demeanor, I could sense he was an extraordinarily powerful warrior. High likelihood of crushing your guard. Well, let's not let them crush my guard then. Let's not guard at all. When I returned to the temple, the soldier I had fought was waiting for me. Good fight the other day, nice to see you. Hello there, traveler. I'm the captain of the Spartans. It's not like they're a team. I'm a captain of a set of Spartans, would be that. Oh well, anyway. I've been told you're looking for a fight. Normally I'd pit you against our strongest warrior, Aeon, but he's on leave today, so I'm here in his stead. That doesn't make any sense. You're the captain, aren't you? He wore a simple metal helmet and breastplate. Casual way he held his weapon suggests that he didn't think of me as a serious opponent. He had menace to him that dwarfed the soldier I'd fought the other day. I know what you're thinking. Not very fancy gear for a soldier, but simple and sturdy as our creed. Now feel the wrath of the Spartan. Let me poke you with my stick. Whack! Hit him in the head. Whack!
Battle 1. Fight.
What's this?
Bye-bye. So much for that armor, huh?
Battle 2. Fight!
Hi! Ta! Easy deal. This one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt. It's over. This one. Prepare to die.
You're done. Now you're just naked, dude. You have no armor. Incredible. I yield. If I was close, I sensed that he'd been better equipment and our duel may have taken a different turn. Spartan captain may have known that too. However, he likely took great pride in wearing the arms and armor of those who have subjugated ancient Greece. Wow, I never thought I'd seen anyone beat the captain. My friend, I'm sure the gods who watch over us are smiling down on you too. Proud soldiers smiled broadly at me, their expressions honest and filled with joy. Ha 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 ha, you kicked my ass. Ha 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 ha.
Your soul surges in your body.
Arrived at the organization's hideout, we were greeted by a nervous Oval agent. Something wasn't right. After a short, hushed conversation, Natalie turned to me. We're leaving now, Lilith. 3 of us hurried out of town. Astrophysics has been sighted just north of here. We need to deal with it before it can grow any more powerful. As have been tasked with locating Sir Grow and Oswell, let's make haste. Walked across wild plain, fiery sun dripping down toward the horizon. Hurried in the hopes of reaching the next town before dusk, but darkness came with no sign of habitation in sight. Shortly after nightfall, I spotted a campfire sparked to life ahead of me. Oh, hey there! Fancy running into you again. Korean peddler I met a number of times before my travels smiled at me. They gave up on reaching the next town overnight, the next time tonight. There are wolves out there, and the town closes its gates come sundown. They would never watch over a traveler. They would rather watch a traveler get devoured in front of their gates than open them after nightfall. So please stay the night and warm yourself by my fire. The soup's just about done. Have a bowl. I thanked the grinning peddler and then took my seat by the fire. To be frank, I'm quite happy you're here. If any wolves show up, you'll chase them off, won't you? In the distance, I heard the howls of a wolf pack. Hey, interested in the local legend? The wolves here aren't just the fiercest you'll ever meet. It's also said they're considered guardian beasts of the city. You ever hear of the Silver Wolves of Wolfkrone? They're a company of elite knights led by a young Queen Hildegard herself. People say they even fought against Azure Knight of Ostrenburg, the very kingdom of Wolfkrone. At that very kingdom of Wolfkrone. Why? It's just over those mountains there. Peddler clapped his hands together as if remembering something. Of course, if you wanted to test their mettle, you should head to the Royal Wolfkrone Garrison. Silver Wolves are out fighting in the front lines. I hear the knights stationed there are next best thing for 1,000 miles. I'll tell you how to get there in the morning. For now, it's late. You should grab some shut-eye. I'll kick you awake if the wolves attack. Luckily, the wolves left us alone that night. I was able to get some rest before coming of dawn. I told you, the whole situation is rotten. Lissalot, a woman named Lissalot, slurred insistently and pounding the table. She was well into her cups. Are you even listening? We need to build a highway through the forest. That's all. Thank you for your consideration. At the end of her short speech, she was standing on the table shouting to the entire room. Anyway, you're a doughty adventurer, right? Don't try to fool me. Lancelot squatted down in her perch and peered into my eyes. I have to go tell the village chief about our plan. I'll come back to the inn in the morning. Good night. Morning! It's about time to have a discussion with the village chief. Without waiting for a response, she tugged my arm and led me to the chief's house. Lancelot, no matter how many times you ask, the answer is still the same. The villagers fear the forest. It belongs to the Hidden Village clan. If we tried to build a road through it, who knows what trouble may come. But without a road, the village is doomed. You know what that trade in the other villages will dry up because everyone has to take the long way around? If the Hidden Village clan still exists, then the scholar of the Crone family is my responsibility to negotiate with them. Chief, please allow me to do my duty. Are you certain you're up to the task? Forgive me, but you are unable to ensure even your own safety. Don't worry, I made arrangements this time. This doughty adventurer will escort me. Lancelot and the village chief both looked at me. I thought you were exaggerating when you told me this adventurer's skill, but she does look quite experienced. Very well, I'll give you permission to try, but do take care. You know I will. Escorting a woman in the heart of primeval forest? I've gotten myself entangled in a strange business. I know that berserker. That's a little strange. A berserker appeared from the astral fissure. Its voice familiar, causing Dion to falter. Your opponent's low attacks do more damage and will chip away at your health when you guard. As we got closer to the astral fissure, a berserker appeared with a roar. Exterminate outsiders, all outsiders. Was this one of our own? Were they struck down by the cursed sword? It is no longer human, so its past matters not. We exterminate any who have lost their humanity. Ready yourselves.
Battle 1. Fight!
Was there a way to alter my body type? Because that girl was stacked. I'm just saying. In the end, you could not remember that you were one of us. Dion, you know as well as I do, those creatures no longer are comrades. They are monsters possessed by a single unquenchable desire, mindless moaning empty words. Illusions of the past and a nightmare of those still living. Our purpose in this purge, this world of anything does not belong. Just like the astral fissure. Do not forget that. You are right. Reach for the astral fissure. Dion and Natalie's eyes trained on me. Its power flowed into my body. We are done. Time to head back to the town.
Your soul surges in your body.
Bad news and blades. Bad news is waiting for us when we returned. Oswald lived. It seemed impossible that anyone could survive, but it was the truth. According to our intelligence, Oswald has been seen meeting with his followers. He delivered this message to them. 2 months from now, when the moon is full, the ceremony shall save humanity will commence. His followers have already begun moving. They appear to be heading to Ostrensburg Castle, where the ceremony is no doubt to take place. From what we have learned, the castle is located on the ley line. It serves as a focus for spiritual energy. In 2 months' time, during a full moon, the stars will align to their yearly high, and the natural energies will reach their peak. Natalie fell silent, a grim look on her face. Next to her, Dion let out a sigh. So he intends to tap the power of the heavens and the earth. How could he have survived? I thought this man an imposter at first, but his plan is Oswald written all over it. However, if he is alive, then there's hope for Sir Grow. Dispel such thought, Dion. Even if Grow is still alive, it's like he's become an outsider. We have no time to waste searching for him, and when we next meet, we'll likely be forced to kill him. If the aim of this ceremony Oswald spoke of is to create the ultimate seed, then the situation is grim indeed. We must act without delay. I agree. We need to rally together, put an end to Oswald's machinations, stop him from bringing about calamity. The only time we'll be able to locate Oswald for sure is when he's at Ostrensburg Castle. Ostrensburg Castle for the ceremony. That's when we make our move. Natalie and I will return to headquarters to prepare. Under normal circumstances, we would demand you accompany us. Your text is keeping an eye on you. However, we owe you much. So, what do you wish to do, Lilith? Thank you. I sincerely appreciate your concern for Sir Grow. However, he would want us to prioritize Oswald now. With that in mind, will you help us? I was worried about what happened to Oswald succeed in creating the ultimate seed. While I feared for Grow's safety, I agreed to help. Thank you, Lilith. When we are ready, we'll send a messenger. Until then, prepare well. As Dia and Natalie disappeared from view, a voice spoke to me from behind. They have finally left, I see. Where a moment ago there was nothing, there stood Zasalamel. Do you believe you can defeat Oswald by cooperating with Otto? I remember Grow, driven mad by immense power of his malfestation, and how even then he proved ineffective against Oswald. Zasalamel clenched his fist, shaking his head softly. I do not wish to say you cannot win. In fact, it is quite the opposite. There is indeed a way to defeat the lunatic. Lilith, you have absorbed the power of a multitude of astral fissures. I believe that you have gained that strength to be able to resist the astral chaos. That strength is the key to victory. Did being able to resist the astral chaos's influence mean I no longer needed to rely on its power? I asked Zasalamel if he knew the answer. That is correct. You no longer have a reason to fear for your life. It seems you still retain your ability to absorb the astral fissures, though. I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. However, Asa was still a problem. I asked Zasalamel how I could defeat him. Listen very carefully. As you have probably already heard, Oswald is performing a ceremony soon. That means he's been able to create both the cursed and spirit swords. However, they are still mere imitations and can be destroyed by the true swords. Without them, Oswald's plan will end in ruin. In other words, I need the real ones. Both the true spirit sword and the true cursed sword have disappeared from this world and are trapped in the astral chaos. It would be impossible to retrieve both, but just one would be enough. Someone of your strength could reach in the astral chaos and claim one of the true swords as your own, in theory at least. Zaslamel pointed at me. However, there is something you still lack. Whichever sword you seek, you need to bind yourself to it and retrieve it from the astral chaos. Simply put, even though you possess the power to retrieve the swords, you still lack the ability to find them. To strengthen your connection to the swords, you must do battle with those whose fates are already entangled with them. Fighting those with knowledge of the swords will strengthen your connection to them. Then, once you're bonded to the swords, you should be able to summon them from the depths of the astral chaos. Know that even when you call for the sword, the one who most resembles your soul will appear. Until it is in your hands, it is unclear which sword will choose you. This is the only way to beat Oswell. Only you can do it, but that does not mean your success is guaranteed. Even if you claim a sword, you may not have the power to wield it. And do not think for a second that Oswald will stand idly by while another plots his ruin. If Oswald proves stronger than you, you will die. And it'll be a great pity to see your life taken away from you just as you have reclaimed it. I thought back to my conversation with Dion and Natalie. I was ready. And now I knew how to stop Oswald. Looked Oswald in the eye and nodded. Low odds or not, what other choice did I have? Go. By now you should be able to sense the true swords. Seek strong warriors linked to them. I wonder which sword I'll collect. Oh. Oh, really? In trouble again, hurry back to Dhaka when you're disembarking machine coming cut out to me. Start the battle with 2 barges, your soul gate fills. Defeat all opponents. Sure, why not? Bandits once again begun to harrying merchants near Dhaka, and I returned to help at his request. As soon as I stepped ashore, a veiled woman tugged at my sleeve. It was Lila. Pleasure to see you again. Come with me. She led me to an empty alley and began speaking in a hushed voice. I knew that Maharshi would send you for you soon. You have to drive away the bandits again, right? I have nothing to do with them anymore. One of my old allies hired new men, you see. Apparently our old methods are not satisfactory enough. I asked if she felt any loyalty to her past companions. She sniffed in disdain. Whatever I owed them was paid in full by my silence when you had me at your mercy. Stealing from fat, old merchants is a nice bit of sport, but robbing the poor, let alone killing them for no reason, is not something I'd take part in. It's just bad business. Do you believe me? I nodded, eyes peering behind the veil briefly widened. My, you're quite decisive. Listen, I'll only say this once. Former colleague is about to make a transaction of a lifetime. Everything is at stake. The goods will be coming through tomorrow. If they go missing, then there will be no more funds for banditry. So, become bandits, steal the funds. I held my breath, waiting in silence with Lila's minions at the bottom of the boat near the sandbar. Heard the sound of wagon wheels, we swiftly rowed for shore. A cry of surprise sounded from our quarry, and I spotted a merchant leap up from the driver. Must have been Lila's old friend. Weren't many guards. They still had little reason to believe they would be attacked today, after all. Come on, surrender now if you don't want to get hurt. Otherwise, I'll send Lilith after you. She dropped my name. You're doing this stupid shit again where you're trying to get me, like, to rob. Now you're actually getting me to do this. Lila, I don't know if I trust you. I don't like this. I don't like this shit you're doing. You better be telling the truth. And that'll miss. How's this? You're done. Girl lied to me. I'm sure of it now. It says bodyguard. It doesn't say thief or bandits or anything like that. It says bodyguard. You see the look on Eddie's face when we beat all his guards and he realized he'd lose everything priceless. Lila laughed galley as she sat at the driver's seat of the stolen wagon. She had finished. She glanced over at me. I'm shocked you believe me, my soft-hearted friend. You can inform Maharshi that there will be no more attacks. With that, she gave me a strong shove in the chest and I tumbled off the wagon into the ground. Lila whipped the reins and the wagon sped away. If Lila could be trusted, then the brigands would not return. The land route would be secure at last. She did escape with goods she was after, though. In the end, she remained a step ahead of everyone else. Triumvirate. And somehow Daka leveled up. In an attempt to reclaim her family's honor and status as royal smiths, while the home directly and grandfather's specialty techniques. A trip to a mountain near Vergana in the west was ordered to get the necessary low attacks do more damage, but their attacks are weakened. When I visited Bolton's workshop again, I was surprised to find her without a hammer in hand. Instead, she was intently examining a Chinese sword. Harper forged this a long time ago. There's not a speck of rust on it, even though it's mostly been sitting around all this time. I think he treated the surface with a special metal, but... Wait a second. Lilith, good to see you. Here to help me out, right? Let me get you up to speed. Bolta straightened up, fixed her eyes on me. Expedition, a chance for my family honor. See, you've been a royal smith for generations. Till the mercenary captain Asen offered my father a bribe. The dear old fool punched him instead. Asen is a distant relative of the royal family, so he had my father barred from the palace. They took away the shield bearing the crest of the King Saeed I, given to our family to mark our service to the royal family. Treasure for us for generations. If I win the expedition, I'll get that shield back. That's why this is so important to me. I have to reclaim the honor that was stripped from us. Bolta, out of breath from trying to explain everything at once, handed me the sword she had been staring at earlier. I plan to duplicate this sword for the second round of inspection. According to my grandpa's notes, the metal he used can be found in the mountains west of here, near Fergana. Mind coming with me? After days of travel on mountain trails that are perilous even for sure-footed goats, we arrived at our destination. I've never seen ore like that. It shines with every color of the rainbow. Once I refine it, I'll make sure I can make the rough truce metal. Thanks for leading us to the stuff. Hey, 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 hey. We had a hell of a time following you, but we found those rocks for us. What will I spend my bonus pay on? You're Asen's goon, aren't you? Does it matter? You're dying here anyway. I love when they're cocky bastards and they get their ass beat and they're like, why did we say all that shit? Oh. I also love how the main story just completely stopped until I do all the other things, which just requires me to go on expeditions. Cervantes, or at least his style. What the hell was that? You're done. I wish that had knockoff properties. That'd be nice. Ow. That's a Zweihander, isn't it? Right, I need to tell the Lord and the other smiths about this deposit. That way no one will be able to monopolize it. Everyone will reap the profits. Bolta began putting large chunks of rocks in her basket. The return trip promised to even be harder on the way back. Oh, wow. I don't know if I want to fight Tira because she's associated with the Soul Edge, which would be bad. Heeding the request of an old man near Samarkand, found myself traveling north of the Italian peninsula in search of white truffles. I came across a lord who promised to reward me with their rare food if I dispelled the criminals who had overtaken the mountains. Interesting way to hold that staff. Wasn't even in her hand, it was just bent upward off the log. Ow. Or gave me some fragrant white truffles. Need to hurry and deliver them to Samarkand.
Your soul surges in your body.
Bless my days, is it really you? Arrived at the Lord Manor, was greeted by a familiar voice of his daughter. Trotted to the gate, pushed it open for me. She seemed like in good health. My worries were thankfully for naught. It's so wonderful to see you again. Aha, you seem surprised. As you can see, I'm much better. Father, you'll never guess who's here. Come quickly, it's Lilith. As I live and breathe, what pleasure to see you again. What ho, are those white truffles you have there? Oh my, the word thank you does not do enough to express my gratitude. Naturally, bringing fresh truffles directly from Italy wasn't possible. So I had brought Italian grown dried ones. Though this affected their taste, there was a little I could do about it. Hopefully she would be able to make something nice with them. I handed her the truffles and made to leave, but she was stopped by a tug at my sleeve. Please stay a while longer. Please allow me to prepare you something to eat this time, though I cannot promise anything sophisticated. A short while later, she presented an Italian dish called fungi, a mushroom pasta. What a tantalizing smell. Even the gods' mouths must be watering. Lilith, do you know where this dish originated? Some say pasta came from this very land. When I told her I didn't know that, she blushed. Read it in a book. I spent most of my life in this house, leafing through dusty tomes and dreaming of the world outside. Pasta traveled all the way to Italy. I hope to make the same journey myself one day, but will I ever get the chance to see the wonders of the world? I wanted to tell her the world was a dangerous and scary place, but I bit my tongue. She was intelligent, so she could know no doubt understood that already. What kind of person would I be if I robbed her of her dreams? Instead, I told her about the strangely bittersweet noodles I had eaten in a place far to the east of Italy. The Lady's Request. Oasis City Samarkand has been center retreat for thousands of years. Wealth of power, commerce, fueling the development of a great metropolis. More than just goods pass through the city, people do as well, ever coming and going. A letter addressed to me arrived at the inn in Samarkand. One of the lines read, "I would be most grateful if you could bring me some cacao beans." The sender had neglected to sign their name, but the handwriting looked familiar. Looked to be sent by the rich lord's daughter. But why did she feel the need to contact me in this indirect manner? I searched up my memory for everything I knew about cacao beans. If I remember correctly, the beans were used as the basis drink in the new world called Zacotl. It was especially popular among native people among New Spain. Never seen the beans myself. Perhaps if I headed to Spain, a place where Spanish merchants traded, I might find something. For the sake of the Lord's daughter, I was willing to give it a try. Thank God Europe is small. And there it is.
The warrior stands in your way.
Your opponent's high attacks do more damage. Bandit left out in front back have no chance with the fight. That was dangerous. Certain of which the Iberian Peninsula can find cacao beans, land over to Samarkand fought. Merchant who had just returned from his travels from experienced trouble with hoodlums said he would be able to give me half his wares he had to pick up if I dealt with them. Okay.
And I missed. Bershit gave me some expensive cacao beans needed to herd you deliver in Samarkand. Well, if I knew you would come, I just knew it. I arrived at the mansion. The Lord's daughter came rushing out to greet me. My friend, please talk some sense to her. She refuses to listen to me. Next to her was the Lord himself, looking extremely concerned. Had something happened? Ah, such rich aroma. So these are cacao beans. Entered the mansion. The young lady immediately began grinding beans into a mortar, and an intriguing aroma soon filled the air. I absolutely refuse to allow you to go on a foolish journey. Now really, this is far too dangerous. My dear father, thanks to the foods which Lilith so kindly brought me, I'm as fit as a flea. I've come to realize food can really give a person strength and courage. This young lady tilted the mortar and poured the ground brown substance into several cups. After adding hot water and red powder, she handed one to me. Here you are, a fresh cup of Zakotl, enjoyed by the people of the New World. Took a sip, curious taste filled my mouth. Interesting, the rich aroma lingers in my nostrils and the invigorating taste smothers my tongue. I feel bitterness stimulating my mind and a vision. Is this the warm black earth of the New World I see before me? Now try this. This is a drink of the Spanish merchants called chocolate. Handed me another cup. Took a sip. My taste buds exploded. It was so sweet. The spice of the previous cup had been replaced with what felt like a vat of sugar. Zounds! The smoothness, the warmth, I feel calm. The days I spent with my wife, may she rest in peace, appear before my eyes as if I live here dreaming. You see, Father, just as people can change when introduced to other people, food can change and introduced to other cultures. And more importantly, food gives people strength, courage, and joy. Thanks to my encounters with new people and new food, I've recovered from my illness. The world is a joy for me now. Through food, I wish to give happiness to others, says Lilith has given it to me. Lord's cheeks were wet with tears. He gave a great sigh and smiled at his daughter. What a fool I would be if I refused your wish. However, if you must insist, do not push yourself too hard. And on your return, you must regale me with stories of the happiness you found in your travels. Promise me? Oh, Father, of course I promised you. The oasis city of Samarkand, a city comings and goings. Soon the city will say farewell to another, and a newly minted traveler whose future lies ahead of her. Master Chef. Jesus, why are they so expensive? Intrepid merchant Thomas in need. Thomas, you better have my money. I totally didn't read that. As I made my way south from the hub of maritime trade, that was Amsterdam. I heard it sounded like an altercation in the distance. I drew closer to the young man I recognized well, exchanging a few choice words with the wool dealer. I'll have you know this is the finest wool around. You mean to tell me you can't even pay half of what we agreed on? Why? Silence, you swindler. You know how cheap this stuff is. I've got tons of it sitting in my warehouses. Heard the textile manufacturers were abandoning the country in droves to escape the fighting. It's possible this dealer's customers had all fled and he was trying to renege his contract with Thomas. Just give me the goods and get the hell out of here if you want to live to see tomorrow. Deal knocked Thomas down, drew his weapon, and I should probably save him.
Battle 1. Fight!
Saw that! Too good!
Battle 2. Fight!
Take this!
I love how I rip off their clothes, which make them look fucking fat, and then they're just like muscular underneath. It's like, blah! Now I'm ripped. My unconventional negotiation tactics helped me convince the large man to purchase Thomas's cargo, though at a price still lower than they originally agreed upon. Phew, you really helped me out of a bind there, friend. Traveled all this way with that cargo and was bound to be cheated. You know, I came here to raise funds for my new business venture, but it looks like I ended up losing loads of money instead. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, that's right. I have something for you. Well, let's hear it. Here it is. Took a bundle that was bad and handed it to me. Please accept this token of my gratitude, all the investments you've made. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you. Well, now that that's out of the way, I've got a favor of a lifetime to ask you. See, I want to keep undertaking new ventures. Now that I've seen all the world has to offer, everywhere I go it just bores me. So I'm just going to sail the ocean, discovering new sea routes and finding things no one has ever dreamed existed. But doing so comes with a hefty cost. Even English famed explorers were funded by the crown, but you know, if I just need things to get started. So friend, care to give me one final push in the right direction? Fine. Sure about this? Thank you, friend. I promise it will only lead to good things. Like, why the fuck not? Seeking those links to the two swords, I made my way to a nearby grassy plain. For a reason, though, I was picking up two separate auras. As I concentrated, I sensed two powerful warnings linked to the sword's destiny nearby. I think I'd see you here, Lilith. Your journey's been long too, it seems. Well, it's been a while. How are you doing? I explained I wished to fight them in order to obtain the power to stop a great disaster. They looked surprised. You believe a duel will grant you power? I confess I do not fully understand. How on earth did you know where to find us? I hesitated to tell them new powers, but instead I told them I simply overheard rumors about their whereabouts. Since you came all this way, I could hardly turn down a sparring match. Me neither! They nodded at each other and Zheng Hua stepped forward. Well, I'm up first. Fuck.
Battle 1. Fight!
You're nothing. That's great. You're not. Watch. Give it up. Let
Battle 2. Fight! Battle 3. Fight!
It's over. You're really overstrong. Watch over me, mother.
The fight with Zheng Hua awakened memories of deadly battle for control of Soul Edge. Phew! You just keep getting stronger, don't you? I thought I gotten pretty good myself, but I guess I was not good enough. Now it is my turn.
Your soul surges in your body.
I can see the strength burning in Keelik's eyes. What happened to him on his journey? My mind full of questions is ready my weapon. Are you ready? Then let's begin. But the real question is, does his weapon look as ridiculous as mine does?
Battle 1. Fight!
Fight me with all your might.
Nope, just his standard pull.
Battle 2. Fight.
I feel my spirit surging.
Fight.
Nothing I could really do there. I was in a bad spot, like from the beginning. He's just like, all right, my back's against the ledge. I've got to move, but I can't really move if he keeps attacking me.
You've got nerve. Gotcha. Prepare to die.
No, you don't.
Fall.
You must have trained hard.
You've got nerve.
Cannot lose.
The fight with Keelik awakened memories of a deadly battle, control of Soul Edge. I thanked them both, then asked them where Maxie was. Their smiles faded. We got separated during a fierce battle. He took on a powerful enemy alone so that we could escape. Went back for him. All we found were his Nunchaku. Maxie's tough. I'm sure he's fine. But if you hear any rumors, you let us know, okay? I assured her that I would. Lilith, I will not ask you about this disaster you're trying to prevent, or your new power. Allow me to just say I hope you succeed in your mission. Keep on fighting. Don't give up. After seeing them off, I moved on to search for my next target. I needed to strengthen my bond with the swords. Lissalot explained the beacon had been kept lit for a week in order to make contact with Hill Village Clan. On the 8th day, your attack power increases every time you parry an attack with a reversal edge. Reduce your opponent's health below a certain level to win. Move deeper and deeper into the trees, feeling eyes on us all the while. At last, the trees broke into a wide clearing, and its center was a great stone carved with decorative symbols. Here we are. That's the ancient altar I've been looking for. I'll put this on top, and... Lissalot poured an odd powder in the altar and set it alight, sending a foul-smelling purplish smoke into the air. According to the marvelous old text passed down to the Crone family, this beacon will summon the Hidden Village clan after 7 days have passed. Need to keep the fire going until they show up, so we'll have to take turns tending it. It's been 7 days, let's keep the fire. How long do you intend to linger here? Eek! There's a young man standing behind Lizelot. It was likely his gaze we felt all this time. The clothing was not at all similar to that of the villages nearby. Where'd you come from? Are you lost by any chance? I'm Omid, warrior of the Hidden Village. Why are you trespassing in our forest? Hi, from the Hidden Village. Of course. Seriously. Judging someone on appearance alone, are you? I can see why the elders hate outsiders so much. You summoned your senior, and yet you dare to doubt me. As I was wondering who this senior was, Lizelot spoke again. Now I think of it, the case did mention the people of the Hidden Village had extremely long lifespans, so forgive me, Sir Omid. I do not deign to speak with pitiful fools. If you will not leave on your own, then I will drive you away by force. I don't know that you will. I'm not so sure you're going to do that thing you're saying you're going to do. In fact, I'm pretty sure you're not going to do that thing you said you're going to do.
Idiot! Take die! Gotcha! Prepare to die! Right! You're not... Don't be a hater! Don't be a hater! I'm on you! Hi! It's over!
Oh no, you got me. You're so strong. I feel like he's lying. As I looked on, perplexed by Omid's obviously feigned defeat, he whispered to us. Play along, the elders are watching. We come to you in peace. We only wish permission to pass this forest to maintain trade with our other villages. We promise not to disturb you, so please permit us this. After Lizelot delivered his speech to the forest, Omid spoke again. Listen, everyone, they are strong. And they followed the laws for a full week. Do they not deserve at least this? No one's voice was swallowed by silence among the trees. Before too long, an arrow shot out from the shadows and landed at Lizelot's feet. Oh, there's a note attached. Let's see. Provide 1 sack of sugar on each new moon as tribute, and those who have been granted permission may pass. Outsiders may not speak to the people of the Hidden Village clan. Very well, it's a deal. Road is on his way to being built. Life in the village would soon improve.
Your soul surges in your body.
Got some of that jerky. Ran to a young girl named Tira while walking along an old forest path. She spoke in a strange manner and told me she was being followed. Your opponent's attacks are poisonous. Defeat them all. He's walking along a large metal ring hanging from a tree branch. Shrieked and moved in closer when from above I heard a gleeful voice. Hiya! Looking up, I spotted a slender young woman peering down at me from her perch atop a branch. Never seen you before. You don't look like you're following us. As she was alone up there, she ignored me and continued her monologue. You know, I was just starting to get a little restless. She nimbly jumped down from the tree. Name's Tira. I'm so famished I could die. Have any snacks for me? Tira held up both her hands, took some bread from a pack and handed it to her. Thanks, you're the best. I just got one more favor to ask, Kay. Tira looked at me, eyes brimming with anticipation. I could ignore her. I probably should ignore her. As I answered, a group of men appeared. These guys were good. I hadn't noticed them until they were nearly upon me.
I'm looking for you, Acern Drossel. Spoke appeared to be the leader. He sees the young lady who took her middle ring from the tree. No, stop it! He turned to leave, holding Tira captive, then called back to his associates. No witnesses. Well, now if you're going to try to kill me, like would have just let it be, but no, now you gotta, like, oh, there's no witnesses, blah, 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 blah. Get wrecked, son. I don't need this much airtime, thanks. Thanks, game. Stop, game. It was an endless fucking combo. Like, I'm going on guard. It's just like, nope, it just keeps going. Just a more combo string. Just, yep, just keeps the string going. Alright. Infinite combos. I hate that shit. Why would a kick be poisonous? That's what I want to know. Why would a kick be poisonous? It's not like he has daggers in his shoes. No. Deadly precision. Land 10 lethal hits. Must be outside of training mode. With my attackers defeated, I looked around for the man who'd taken Tira captive. He and his prisoner were nowhere to be seen. Searched the area and noticed appeared to be a trail of breadcrumbs. And a fleck of moonlight broke through the tangle of branches overhead as I made way through the dark forest, following Tira's trail of breadcrumbs. Eventually, I reached a clearing where I found the ruins of a castle. Grapple breaks, and their throws do more damage. Fuck. Alright. Don't let him throw me, and don't try to throw them. Follow the trail to the trees, deeper and deeper in the forest. What's this Tira's doing? Before long, an old, half-collapsed castle came into view. The trail of breadcrumbs led to the right. Crept towards the castle, scanning the area for dangers. Spotted several sentries, all of them dressed like a man who had taken Tira. From what I could see, the sentries demanded a pass through to enter the castle. For an odd place, it was guarded extremely heavily. Maybe if I got closer, I could overhear the password, even try to read someone's lips if it was worth a shot. Suddenly, a piercing scream came from inside the castle. Too focused on discovering the password, stumbled in surprise and stepped down hard on a dry branch. The loud snap cracked through the air. One of the sentries caught sight of me. "Oi, you! What do you think you're doing?"
I thought I was being sneaky. Apparently, I was not. Ugh.
Battle 1. Fight!
Lights out. Hi. Easy. Lights out.
Battle 2. Fight!
Stop this!
Prepare to die. As if.
Luckily, I hadn't drawn the attention of anyone else. After I subdued the sentry, I demanded he tell me everything he knew. He don't tell me nothing. Just one of the Bird of Passage's hired lackeys. What brings you here? Revenge? Did they kill your family or something? Or are you being offered a pretty penny to taking them down? Doesn't matter, I guess. Just one of the hideouts of many. Whoever you're after, probably ain't even here. Her. So the castle is a hideout for a group of assassins, the Bird of Passage, which means the scream I heard. I got knocked out, didn't I? Oh, no, I knocked the sentry. I was like, something happened. I knocked the sentry unconscious, tied him up, and rolled him into a thicket. I had to sneak into the castle without being seen. Forget the fight that we just had. Castle was in the Bird's Passage's lair, but only silence filled the gloomy halls. Something was not right. Your opponent's attacks have multiple damaging effects. Defeat them. Fuck. Fresh bloodstained corpses are scattered throughout the castle. All have been disfigured in some way. Their eyes were gouged out. Strange symbols were carved into their flesh. Gruesome sight and loathsome stench made me recall the scream. Was Tira okay? Climbed the staircase proceeding further in the castle. Eventually reached the large hall, and I could hear someone moaning nearby. The source of the sound came clear. Tied to a chair covered in blood was the man who'd taken Tira. He was likely the leader of the Birds of Passion's base. He was on the verge of death. Like the cadavers decorating this castle's halls, his eyes had been gouged out, his head thrashed wildly, and he wailed in agony. Who? Is someone there? I remained silent, but the man continued. He must have thought I was one of his own. Listen, report to Archaeopteryx. Essern Drossel, she. Essern Drossel, that name sounded familiar. Ever since she used the evil seed to escape, she's been hiding in Eastern Europe. Though she changed her name and feigns normality, the same blood boils inside her. Man began to speak feverishly as though consumed by fear. The blood of a butcher of human flesh. She tore her false family to pieces. She's come back to. She must be caged again. Know her false name. It's Decapitated. Before he could finish, a giant metal hoop dropped from above and cleaved him in two. His corpse slid to the floor. The blood-soaked disc protruding from the ground next to it had seen the weapon before. You took ages. I've been waiting for you. Kira slid out of the darkness to claim her weapon, unaffected by the sight of the corpse. She looked at me and tilted her head. Remember how I said I had another favor to ask you? Want to hear it? Sure.
You're hilarious. Kay, listen up. I'm gonna dye you red. I mean, you're gonna try, Tira, but I know your moveset, and to be honest, you're at a disadvantage here. Although you do have some good running attacks, but we'll see how that goes.
Battle 1. Fight!
Yep, there we go. You're mine. What? Oh, you bitch.
You've got nerve. Prepare to die.
How do they get, like, frame perfect dodges? That's what I want to know. Every time it happens to me, I'm stuck in a freeze frame, but they just get it.
I'm going down. You are too. I'm gonna enjoy destroying you. Prepare to die.
Nothing I can do about that.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
That's the problem with that moveset. It's like, you can't do anything. She's still at a disadvantage, but that fucking auto guard she's got going on, it's giving her fucking incredible momentum. I'll take it.
Battle 2. Fight!
You're done. Oh, come on. Stop it.
Scream for me. Such beautiful. That can't be it, right? I'm gonna slice you. Is this
See, that's what I mean. Like, they can dodge it perfectly. The second I try to do the same thing, I'm fucking screwed.
Final battle. Fight!
We're stalling. You've got nerve. Prepare to die! Fall! Eat
I'm getting goosebumps so close.
That's what I mean, though. Like, she's constantly on guard, and then she parries everything, and then we do those clashes, and I have to hope to God that I get the right one. Looking at me as though nothing has happened, Tears spun her ring and launched another attack. I'm not done playing with you just yet. Show me the color of your blood. Just barely parried her blade in time. Its movements were difficult to predict, as though it was being controlled by more than just one person. What part do you want me to gouge out first? Gotta be your eyes, right? Eh, who cares? I'll chop you into tiny pieces. Kira spoke as though she had two personalities fighting over control of her mind. Was she possessed, or was she just mad? Whatever the case, if I didn't do something quickly, I was in danger of being overwhelmed. I held off her onslaught while slowly backing into her room. Here, one weathered wall was partially collapsed. What's up, little mousey? Nowhere else to run? Time for Kitty to pounce on her prey. Kira flew at me with her blade. Somehow I deflected her attack. Again. It's really starting to annoy me. The walls which Kira had embedded her ring crumbled and fell, dragging along the force of her momentum she went down too. Terrified that she might still be alive, I approached the gap, peered down. Neither Kira nor her weapon were anywhere to be seen. All I could make out was a single black feather falling gently onto the debris.
Your soul surges in your body.
Walking along Meadow Road, I encountered a group of young delinquents attacking merchant horse and cart. Brigands were supposedly part of an infamous game of thieves. Only middle attacks are effective. Okay. Looking as though there's trouble in the road ahead, as I got closer, I noticed two young men attempting to pull what appeared to be a merchant from his carriage. What are you doing? Stop! Recognize that crest, you royal lapdog. Your bleeding is dry and getting fat on what you take from us. Because of you filthy merchants and aristocrats, we commoners don't have enough money for food. But you know, we're reasonable people. You leave this carriage and your cargo here, we'll let you escape with your life. How dare you, you little thugs? Who do you think I... Nah! Shut your trap, you dirty miser! Enraged, the two knocked the merchant unconscious. As they decided to intervene and stepped in front of the two men. We have to say... What, you here to save this guy or something? In that case, you're an enemy of Schwarzwald.
This one!
I don't think you like that too much.
This one! This one! This one! This one!
Goodbye.
Two men called themselves members of Swordsman, put up a fight, but in the end I was able to incapacitate them. As I contemplated what to do with them, I was approached by a group of 3 people. Sorry to trouble you, but would you mind handing those 2 fools over to us? The likely leader of the group, the young woman, stepped forward and introduced herself. My name is Salia. Those 2 men are former comrades of mine. After leaving our group, they've been causing trouble sullying a good name of Svartson. We came here to put an end to that. They're idiots, that's for sure, but I'm to blame for not keeping a tire leech on them. I intend to take them back and ensure they get proper punishment. So if you wouldn't mind... I agreed to the young woman's passionate plea and stepped away from the 2 men. Thank you. I apologize for the trouble they've caused you. I was curious what kind of group Svartsvin was. I asked the young woman. She quickly looked away. I'm grateful that you didn't take the lives of these men, but our group is a separate matter altogether. If you truly want to know more about us, then you'll have to come to our headquarters. The young woman proceeded to tell me the location of our group's base and their operations, then carried away the 2 unconscious men. Only soul-charged attacks are effective. Having accepted a request from Wolfcrone Army to take out the remaining members of the Covenant Shield, I found myself a woman named Ivy who had a deep, complicated connection to the group. My sword whispered that someone unique was near. I suppose that was you. Just yesterday, I accepted a job from the army of Wolfcrone, a small nation between the Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of France. They wanted me to hunt down the remnants of a Covenant shield. Among my orders, I found a document describing a woman wielding a strange sword. Apparently, she's called herself Ivy. So Wolfcrone is moving against the stragglers and malfested trash, I see. They're certainly wasting no time. And you must be the bounty hunter they hired to deal with me. I severed all ties with the Knight and Demons. Then again, I doubt that you'll accept that, or the last transgressions that will be forgiven so easily. Stared at her in silence, then she smirked. I suppose as fate danced a soul-edged tune. Very well, Hunter, claim your prize if you can.
Battle 1. Fight!
This one, gotta hurt. This one, gotta hurt. This one, gotta See? Yeah! Be
Fight!
Predictable. I'll humor you. Extend. Be gone.
Ow. Ivy, you knocked this shit off, girl.
See? Yeah! What? Prepare to die!
I don't know if this counts. It does. Yes! Ugh, damn this curse upon me. Perhaps death will be sweet release. Ivy was desperate, and desperate people are doubly dangerous. As I watched her warily suddenly her sword transformed into some sort of whip. It coiled around her as if it had a mind of its own, shielding its master. But what was this anguish I saw in Ivy during our fight, and how could her sword writhe like a living thing? Who exactly was this woman? Well, it certainly clung to my heart. I couldn't bring myself to strike her down. I lowered my weapon, choosing words over weapons this day. This, I designed it myself. It allows me to communicate quickly with the blade and control it, whether as a sword or a whip. Never really thought deeply about why, though. To be quite honest. The blood of the cursed sword flows through my body and blade, binding us as one. My fate is tied to it, as it is tied to me. I stared at her sword, her eyes intense. She spoke of it as like it was part of her. As I pondered how to respond, I felt the earth tremble below me. Ivy raised her head. Dust cloud rose in the distance. A large number of mounted soldiers were heading right for us. They carry the flag of Wolfcrone. The young regent truly is determined to sweep every last malefactor from Wolfcrone's soil. Ivy's blade eagerly responded to her will, curling back into a solid sword. No more denying the truth. If half of me still wishes to defy fate, then the other half must endure it. With that, Ivy turned and sauntered away. She walked with poise, dignity, a haughty and aloof queen beyond approach. Alright, I think we're going to call it there for now. Next time, we will continue on to what I believe is this one here. Should be either Siegfried or something else, but we'll see. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So until then, everybody, I will see you all next time. Bye!